Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a Palia video. Now, as you may know, in Palia's recent patch 0.181, they released a new feature called Landscapes, which basically is like a skin that you can put over your housing plot. And I purchased the 3 available landscapes for you guys so that I could do a little tour, show you guys around so that you know if you kind of want to purchase it or not. So yeah, let's just get into it. Now, as you can see here, we have the 3 different landscapes that you can purchase from the Emporium at the moment. They might add more, but currently this is the 3 that they just added. Now, this is from the Emporium, so it does cost real money. So mine are already purchased, so you can't see the dollar amounts here. But I can tell you that the Wooded Grove was 425 Palia coins. The Killamar Heights was 1,275 Palia coins. And then the Shipwreck Isles was quite a bit more expensive at 2,550 Palia coins. Now, in terms of real money, if you wanted to purchase all 3, you would have to buy this pack here, which for me costs 66 Australian dollars, and that translates to about 45 US dollars. So it is a bit pricey, but you can also buy them individually, so you don't have to purchase all 3 at once. So it would be a bit cheaper, you know, if you're only purchasing 1. Obviously, the Shipwreck Isles is a lot more expensive, but as you will see later in the video, it is a lot bigger. But I will do a tour for you guys now. So this is my plot now. I don't have any of the skins on it or landscapes, but if I did want to switch it, you come here in your settings and then you can choose one of the different landscapes and then you just click activate and it'll switch to that landscape. Now, the cool thing about the landscapes is that you can actually have a different landscape set on each plot. So it's not like you pick one landscape and it's going to go onto every single plot. Each individual plot you can set its own different landscape, which is really nice. So what I'm going to do eventually is have a plot. As you can see, I've set them out here. Have a plot for each of the different landscapes, and I'm going to try and decorate it accordingly. But first off, we will go to the Wooded Grove. Now, I just have a random building in here, but that's not important. So yeah, this is the Wooded Grove plot. It costs 425 Palia coins. This right here is where you will come in from Killamar. We've still got this other plots board, and then this new board that they added, the tour board on the left. So as you can see, it does look different from where you come in. Going forward, as you can see, there are lots of trees, which makes sense because it's called the Wooded Grove. The size that you can actually place on is exactly the same. You don't get any more decorative space. That is the same. It's just the outside that is changed. So it's just for visuals. You can't actually like place more things. There's not actually more space. Just to clarify in case anyone was wondering. So I'll just take you around in a bit of a circle, I guess, to show you around. So if we go left, there is like this tiny little path here. And it leads up to this stream. Now, one thing that I've seen a couple people complaining about, if I just get rid of some of my water here, you can't actually refill your watering can at the river, which I feel like is a bit weird, and I think they should definitely change it so that you are able to refill your watering can, because I know there's a couple other things on some of the other plots which you are able to fill your watering can up at, so it doesn't really make sense why you can't fill it up here, but hopefully they will change that. So yeah, we've got a river running around. Put my watering can away. It just follows up here. As you can see, there's lots of trees surrounding, lots of trees up on the left there. Now, if we come this way, if we follow the river, there is this big log, and this does actually connect up to the plot. So if we go to decorated mode, you can see that the line of where your plot decorative space ends is right here at the log. So you could actually, you know, try and incorporate it, make it so there's like a little path leading to it, which would be really nice. And it just leads over to these little logs to hop across the river. which you can actually do. And then there's not much else on this side, just, you know, the edge of the river and then trees. And then that's where the river sort of ends, I suppose. Now, we'll keep going around. So lots of trees, and I'll take you this way. So this is now at the back of the plot, and on the regular plot without a skin, this is where it would lead up to Bahari Bay, but it actually doesn't on this plot. So Bahari Bay exit is somewhere else, which I will show you, but this is a couple of logs and a nice little path, and it does lead up around. So there's a path that goes that way. On the left is just trees, basically. There's not really anything else up here, but I'll show you in case anyone's wondering. This is all that's up here. And we'll follow the path around to the right. So the path just leads up this hill. Now we're like sort of above the plot. Nice little path, lots of trees, and it does just continue around. And then this is where the path ends. So other than that, not much up here, just trees and a little path. And there's no other way down other than going back, so I'll just parkour down here. So that log over there, that is where we just entered. So then we've just got lots of trees. And then here is actually the exit to Bahari. So usually it would be up this way. That's where the exit would usually be. But now it's over on the right side. So it's actually quite a bit closer than the regular plot. So that's nice. And then if we continue around, we just have lots of trees. More trees. And then the regular pond that's also on the default plot is also here. That's actually the only spot you can fill up your watering can on this plot, other than like getting the well. So that's a bit worse, I guess, than the default plot, which is why I think that they should change it so you can refill your watering tank at the river. I think that would make sense. Yeah, so that is the Wooded Grove plot, and we will now switch over and go to the Heights plot. So this is the Kilmar Heights plot. It costs 1,275 Palia coins, so a bit more expensive than the first one. Again, the entrance is a bit different. So this is where you would come in from Kilmar, or I guess Bahari as well, because it just teleports you here anyway. But yes, this is the exit to go to Kilmar. I think this one's quite cute. And then the two boards on the sides as well. Now we will go to the left again, like we did last time. We have a little path sort of thing, and it leads over to this waterfall, which is nice. Now you can actually fill up your watering can here, which is good to know. And I'm glad that they did that. We will continue down this left side. So if we follow the path past the waterfall, it does actually lead us to the Bahari exit. Now, I do love the look of this exit, the way that the path goes around the rock there and you can't really see where it goes. It would be fun if we could actually run down there. Obviously, it just black screens and you teleport, but it would be cool if we could actually run that way. So that's what's down here, and we'll head back up a little bit. Oh, there is also just more grass down here, but nothing else. Yeah, so we'll head back up. And now we can take a left here. And as you can see, this plot, as it's named, is... Oh, apparently we can go through this one. Not sure why. But we are very high up in the sky. And one cool thing is you can actually see Kilmar way in the distance, which the name is fitting, Kilmar Heights. But yeah, you can see the village in the distance. The clouds are kind of covering it now, but that is one nice little touch that they added. There is also a bench here, if you want to look out. And then this would be, you know, where your house is. So the line goes up to here. And then we did go around this before, but there's just a little hill here, I suppose. Now, we will continue around. So if we follow the path, we can see we've got another little bit of mountain here. Now, there is no path that leads up, but we can climb these rocks. So we'll just climb up. And up here, we've got 2 more benches. And a nice view of Killamar and the mountains. Quite pretty. It is quite a picturesque landscape. But yes, that's what's up here. A couple of benches, trees, and a nice view. And we'll just jump back down. Whee! And then there's not really much else. Just a lot of cliff face. And then the little path that leads right back to the start. And again, we do have the little pond as with the default plot, but you can also fill up at the waterfall. So yeah, that is the Killamar Heights plot. And we will now move on to the Shipwreck Isles plot. Or landscape, I should say. Sorry. This one is the most expensive. As I said before, it is 2,550 Palia coins. But it is very big. So starting, this is the exit or entrance to Killamar. It's like a little boat pier. Looks pretty similar to the one that is actually situated in Killamar, I think. And then I guess we'll go round to the left. Oh yeah, and there's also just still the boards. They're up here, the ones on each side. If we head to the left, we've got a little rowboat and there's this nice little pier. I do like the sound of the water as well. Now, I'm not sure if you can fill up the watering can here, but I will check. Now, you can also fill up the watering can at the ocean. So I definitely feel like they do need to change being able to refill it at the river. It doesn't make any sense why you can't. So yeah, here we got like some sandbanks, tree, and if I be quiet, there is also like crickets and things that you can hear, which is nice. Kind of sounds like you're in the middle of a jungle, like locusts. Sounds quite nice. But yeah, all the sandbanks. And then this isn't really a path, but there's a little rowboat here. And then a shipwreck, which is pretty cool. You can climb it. And this leads around to the left. And then it joins back up here. So I'll show you what we just ran past. So that's where we were down there. That's where the shipwreck is. And there's this whole upper bit here. And you can also go down to that shipwreck this way as well. So it leads down into here as well, which is cool. Different access points. So we just went that way, but we can also come up here on this ledge. And it does go around as well. If we drop down, we've got a mast in the water, more sandbanks, lots of plants and things, and the water, of course. And then there is these stairs that lead up to this little, like, tavern, I suppose. It's pretty cute. It reminds me of the lighthouse in Bahari Bay. Yeah, I do like this area. I think it's pretty cute. Now, you might have seen there was a couple of other ways to get here. So this leads back to the plot, as you can see. So you can also access it from here. And over there is the entrance to Killamar. So heading back down the stairs. This also leads to the plot, but we'll go this way. Oh. So, under here, there is this little secret entrance, which you might have missed. But if we go under here, it leads to this like mine shaft lava pool, which is pretty epic. I haven't seen anything like this in the game, so looks very cool. It's pretty cool to have this on your plot. And then there's like the little mine cart that's derailed over there. And if you jump in it, it will just teleport you back. I'll show you. Whee! Yep. It just kills you and you respawn back up where you were. So yeah, that's what happens if you come through here, through this little secret hole there. And you can also access this from up here as well. So that's back at the... This is like the back of the plot now. And we've gone all around this side so far. And then this way leads back to the ocean. We've got a little rowboat out there. There's this little makeshift hut. Got a few knickknacks in it. Pretty cute. And you can also go up and stand on the roof if you like. Now over this way, looks like we have another shipwreck. Sandbanks. And then over this way is the way to get to Bahari. So we just go down here. There's another little house here, but you can't enter it. This one is just for looking at. And this is the way that leads you to Bahari. You take a little rowboat. And continuing, there's also this pathway that leads up this hill. There's these piles of dirt here. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but the main attraction is the view of the lighthouse over there. Now you can't go there. Definitely too far to swim. But you do get to look at it. There's no benches though. Thought they would have added a bench or something. But yeah, that's what's up here. And we're almost finished the tour. So you can head down this way. There's just sand over there, nothing else. And then it loops back around to the start. Again, they still have the pond like they have on the default, but it's got a few more plants around it. And here we are back at the start. So as you can see, this plot is pretty huge, definitely way bigger than the other two. If I had to give my opinion on the worth, like which one I think that you should purchase, I definitely think that the Wooded Grove is the most value for money because it's the cheapest at 425 Palia coins. That is much, much, much cheaper than both of them, honestly. And I think you get the most out of it for how much you're paying. The Kilmer Heights, honestly, I don't think it's worth. It's a lot more expensive than the Wooded Grove, and I don't think you really get that much for it. 1,275 coins. You're not getting that much. Like, you're really not. Unless you really, really, really like the look of this one, I don't think it's really that worth. And the Shipwreck Isles is obviously quite expensive, 2,550 Palia coins, but it is very cool. They definitely splurged on this one. It looks incredible. So, you know, if you have the money, then I think it's worth it because it does look really nice. And I think you can make some cool designs on it. But yeah, the Kilmer Heights, I definitely think isn't really that worth, and Wooded Grove is definitely the best purchase in my opinion, and honestly it's my favorite. I hope those tours were helpful, and I hope that it will help you decide if you want to purchase any of these landscapes. Thanks everyone so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I do also stream on Twitch Thursday to Sunday. The link for that will be down in the description if you want to come say hi. I'd love to see you. But yeah, take care everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!